the promise. Those who are below deck are safe-ish for now.
I assume it's relatively safe in this back cabin too.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, indoors,
Yep.
effectively.
Yep.
Those who are on deck, we are going to, on the first day of the storm, it is relatively bad. Let's get our total profession sailor to see how effective the boat is in this massive gusts of wind. To make certain that we've positioned the boat correctly and see how difficult life is in general.
How good is the captain at this? And is he taking the lead or is he hiding below deck?
The captain is taking the lead. He has a plus 15 profession sailor.
I think we're all helping him.
Part of the team. Okay, you can either take 10 or... well, if you're going to more than basic aid, I think you need to not take 10. I think you have to roll for that.
Yeah, that's fine. Mulgrimir is auto aids. Or do you want the super duper aids? Or
well, it's up to you're kind
sure.
of
22, so he gets a plus 3.
Yep.
Lihita. Ooh, plus 3.
Okay.
And then Grimsby. He's only at a plus 5.
Yep.
Plus 2.
Okay, he's helping.
Jin Shi is just there to like help people, and he's not aiding. Yeah, he's not aiding the sailing.
The crew is giving a plus 4
okay.
For manipulating the ship. All right, so we have a plus 21, 25, plus 27.
Chumped him. I don't think at a plus 4 we're going to make him roll. He's going to be in the cab on.
Yes, he's also small.
Yeah. I don't think Mulgrimir wants to lose his.
Bye bye, monkey. All right, natural 20, 47. In these massive waves cresting, the boat is being rocked in a way that those landlubbers down below.
It's just riding nicely, right?
It's just riding nicely. The ship is not required to make a fortitude save versus damage from the heavy winds.
Oh.
The crew need to make reflex saves against the winds. Actually, Jinshi, you don't have legs, and you're quite large, so you don't need to make the check.
Okay.
Lihita also doesn't need to make the check.
Because of his powerful build?
Because of his powerful build.
Nice.
All right.
Mulgrimir, sorry, Mark, he's washed away. Shit.
All right, I'll roll for Mulgrimir. Mulgrimir makes it. Grimsby. Oh, Grimsby. Oh, dwarf boy. Marty said you should be below deck. Let's see.
And he gave up sturdy, didn't he?
He did. He's got slow and steady, but he gave up sturdy. Instead, he's got haunted eyes, and death's end. Okay. Grimsby is having a problem. We'll see what happens with his problem. I'm going to give a check for the crew. The crew is absolutely on top of things. And a check for the captain. The captain is fine.
That would be funny if that's how we lost our captain. He slipped and disappeared into the sea. And
all right, so Grimsby. All right, so Grimsby is having an issue.
If there was more evil in our alignments, there might have been something opportunistic, but oh well.
Who has a grease spell? Woo! All right, so Grimsby first is going to get blasted. Okay, so he gets blasted 20 feet. He ends up taking 10 damage as he gets like tumbled and thrown. I'm just going to say this was a starting position, and we're going to do a D8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He ends up like rolling down the ship and like just blasting himself into this door to the front section of the boat. He cracks his head. There's a bit of a bruise, and he's got a shaved look on his face.
Yeah.
But that above deck, amongst the sailors, was the most significant of injuries or wounds.
Jinshu will pick Grimsby up, tie him to something for the rest of the storm.
All right,
and then heal him of his wounds. Like
everyone down below can make a con check, or anybody who doesn't have a rank and profession sailor can make a con check for seasickness.
Fort save?
A con check.
Con check. Okay. Here's Black Dog. 19.
Okay.
Ganzorig. Oh. 17.
Okay. Kren. Kren is just a yacky boy. Just puking all over himself. He can't keep it down. He keeps, he's he's very concerned about not being able to keep fluids down.
Sun Wu. Come on, Sun Wu. 15.
Sun Wu's okay. All right. On this day, I need a fortitude save from Ganzorig.
Another. Oh, this is for the disease.
Yep.
Right. Nobody knows he has.
Correct.
Well, him and Karen have sneaking suspicion something's wrong.
He's complaining about itchy eyes.
25.
Okay. Maybe because Kren was there, or at one point Kren got sick in your general direction, your eyes are feeling better, and the cough went away. And you didn't go permanently blind.
Holy fuck, dirty bird disease. That'd be worse for the archer. It's like there are no feats that help me with this.
Are you a philindrin archer?
I'm the blind archer. No!
The blind samurai is okay, but this is completely different. All right. On day 2 of the storm, this storm is nowhere near as harsh. There is no risk of damaging the ship, and the quality of your crew is sufficient that there's not a risk of capsizing. Those who are sick need to basically make a save to stop being sick. So Karen is going to make another con check. Okay, Karen gets a hold of himself on this day. As there's this repeated battering, and it's slightly calmer as the storm is passing overhead.
There, buddy. just think it like it's the day after a good drinking session. It's okay.
I feel like I'm in a barrel, going around and around and around.
Well, we could stick you back in your box if that helps.
If I was in the box, I'd have drowned by now.
Yep.
All right. On the 3rd day of the storm, it picks back up again. I'm going to roll a d2. On a 1, it's thunder that's the problem. On a 2, it's wind. It's again very windy.
Fuck.
The bonus from the crew, 15, 19. If you could roll your aids again for navigating the ship on this severely stormy day.
Yeah. We're sticking Grimsby down below. He's already proven that he's not helping.
Oh. Shit.
Right. You're not good at this, bud. Get down below. We don't want to lose you. We like your drumming. +2 from Lee. Mulgrimir. That's a +3.
Okay. And then the crew. All right. So, 24. All right. Okay. On this day, it's not quite as perfect alignment of the ship. There's a penalty from the strength of the storm that actually drops this to a number that is it's 20 with the storm penalty involved, which is okay, but there's still a risk of damage to the boat. Okay, a couple of ropes snap on a few sails, and things get a bit squirrely up above. But there's nothing permanent or outside of normal wear and tear on the ship. You don't like snap a mast or rip a sail. Your rudder is still working correctly, and you're able to go relatively straight. The rocking and shaking inside the boat is much worse this time because it's nowhere near as perfect, as you're not quite head on to the waves. If you don't have rank profession sailor, you're in the washing machine again.
Okay, so Black Dog 10. I don't know what the DC is.
And Black Dog is okay. He's got a hold of himself.
Okay, Ganzorig 5.
Ganzorig is apparently the sickness is coming out through his mouth parts.
Sunwoo 15.
Some moves okay. Karen just just yakking.
Oh, I got an idea. Oh, let's try to fill your trunk.
Ganzorig and Karen are using the trunk as a puke bucket, which everybody's thankful of because as the ship is rocking back and forth, this pile of sick just squidges from side to side. It is a horrendous evening. Karen and Ganzorig, their eyes bleary, their bodies fatigued from punishment, awaken. All right. Karen and Ganzorig are fatigued on this day. The sun is shining.
Oh, let's go see the healer. We go bugs Ginger for okay, wood. Give me a second. We have ways to make this better. Ganzorig does not have lesser restoration as a second level spell. Would
Are war priests prepared spells, or
they're prepared?
They're prepared, so he could prepare some.
Would a channel positive energy get rid of our fatigue?
I don't think normally. I think you need to have one of those.
One of the mercies, right?
Mercy, yeah, mercy.
Oh, the reason why it works is when you're fatigued because you have non-lethal damage from.
Yep.
We don't have non-lethal damage. We're just tired.
Yep, yeah, you have the fatigue condition. Well, and this is where on this day. So Karen is a prepared spellcaster. Let me look. I think war priests have a special list.
Jin has one lesser restoration as part of a spirit magic, kind of like a domain. He can cast that on one of them.
All right, so spellcasting. War priests cast are drawn from the cleric list. Okay, so Karen being a prepared spellcaster, let's just talk about what you prepare this day. Because he's not very wise and he's not very smart. So you're going to have to... Or he is very wise, but he's not very smart. Yes, he's extremely wise. So he's... Does he want to prepare...
one lesser restoration so that he can not be sick, and then Ganzorig can get Jin's other one?
Sure. And then it's the... What other spell does he prepare in that slot? Because...
out of the cleric list?
Yeah. I think water breathing is third, so is water walk. Those are the ones I was checking for.
Air bubble's first.
Air bubble is non-standard.
I don't know
Does
if
he
we've
have
picked
that
his
on his list?
Yeah, I don't know if we've picked his non-standards.
I don't think we did, but air bubble's a little... It's not background relevant, I think, like in terms of... It's a strange one, so I don't necessarily think that's on the list. Yeah. Okay. Um.
Pretty standard second level spells. Weapon of Awe.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay. So yeah,
Silence.
he'll take the weapon of awe and he'll use the grace um to restore himself. We'll
Okay.
just tick off the grace. All right. Okay. I just checking to see if he had like a way to make water movement better.
No, I think this group doesn't have the ability to. Let me check Sunwoo. Nope, there's no breathing spells there. And no like fish fins or anything like that. Jin. Jin's non-standards were picked. Read weather would have been useful, but we've got enough survival guys that it's fine.
Did it the old-fashioned way.
No, he doesn't have any swimmy, hold your breath type spells. Mulgrimir has.
Mulgrimir might. Mulgrimir has air bubble. Mulgrimir is built for this. Like he's got a swim speed. He's got power that lets him. He's a water world guy.
Air bubble from what? Oh, there it is. He's a second
Bard.
level bard. Yeah.
He's got air bubble from Bard, so he can give 4 people air bubble. Although I don't know if air bubble is self only. He also has the thing that lets it he holds his breath for like ever. Air bubble creature touched. Breath mastery. You can hold for a number of minutes equal to your con score. So he without air bubble, he can hold his breath for.
If he spends a full round to prepare himself, he can increase that to an hour per constitution.
So 16 hours.
Yeah.
He's he's Kevin Costner.
Yeah, basically
In Waterworld.
In Waterworld.
In fact, I kind of think you should use Kevin Costner as a token. If I ever do a painting of Mulgrimir from this campaign, he's going to look like Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner
with fork ears.
Tusks or something.
All right.
I would make it so that like he's got a swim speed. He's probably got webbed fingers and feet.
Yep.
Yeah. Like it's probably like the telltale sign.
For sure.
So have we made our way back then to the spot?
Yep. You navigate your way back to the spot.
Ganzorig's going to climb the nest. From up there, are we able to see the wreck at the bottom? Like, are we able to?
Okay. Ganzorig, give me a perception check.
Okay. Yeah, we haven't been able to pick water as our favorite terrain yet, Adam.
Aquatic.
30.
30? You think you can see a discoloration at the bottom of the sea? That could be it. Like you think you know where it is? But slightly more worrying is a black speck you can see on the horizon.
Like flying towards us?
It was kind of looking more like it's at sea level, but it's...
Okay, I think the boat's down there, but more worrying is that black speck over there.
Yeah, you think you might see another boat.
I think there's another boat coming.
Do we think it's trying to get the treasure before us?
We're right here in the vicinity, right?
You're right here in the vicinity, and they are a good, at least 10 miles away.
They're about 10 miles away.
You'd have at least an hour before they get here.
We got an hour if we want to try to yoink it before they get
Maybe
down
two,
there.
somewhere in there. But an hour is probably a good estimate.
Maybe we should send some of our guys in the water there. Not it?
Shit.
My boat don't work too well underwater. Ganzorig knows how to swim, but a +7 swim is not great.
All right. Let's go to at sea. Oh, sorry. I'm going to unfog a section of the map. We're going to map. Tools. Force players current map. Send. There's the nice churned up. The water is a little bit hard to see through. And
Floating.
It's floating. Oh shit.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, yeah, you can see colored space. I'm basically going to represent this is like off the edge of the boat. I might grab a token of the boat to stick in there at a later point in time. And I will. Who do you plan on dumping off the side of the boat?
Our swimmers are the first two candidates, which is Mulgrimir and Jinsha.
Okay.
The rest of us are like, how choppy is the water?
It's a relatively beautiful day. You got a 5 on the weather. The weather is actually quite nice. It would be swim checks DC 5 to tread water.
Okay, so calm water. Very calm water, then. Okay. Sunwoo actually doesn't know how to swim, so...
Oh, sorry. It's DC 10. Calm water is 10. It's calm.
Sunwoo doesn't know how to swim. He ain't going in there. I put down swim just to remind me to spend a rank, even though it is a... his spellcaster gives it to him. Okay. Cool. Ganzorig is going to stay up in the crow's nest to provide cover.
Okay.
Just in case anything comes down. Oh, do we think that there are bad things down there? Maybe we should put some chum in the water.
Sounds like...
No, not you, stupid monkey. No, your name's Chum Chum, but...
You mean like bait or something?
Yeah, why don't we throw the old man in there or something? Genzorg's clearly joking, but... Make him splash around a little bit.
We got... I think Shortstone would do better.
Oh, yeah. Do we have it? Well, maybe we just drop anchor beside it, or if there's anything smart down there, I might climb up the anchor, and then we could have a good fight on the surface here.
Okay. If we've only got an hour, it has to be relatively quick.
Okay. Genzorg's not climbing the crow's nest yet.
Okay.
Maybe if we all just grab the oars and slap the top of the water, we'll get something's attention.
Mr. Potts is commanding Mulgrimir, or delegating would be the right word, delegating the excursion below to Mulgrimir. He will prepare for a potential attack against whatever this other ship is.
Or attack from below.
Or an attack from below.
Have we dropped anchor yet?
You've pulled up here and you've dropped anchor.
Okay, and we're close to the black spot.
You're close to the black spot. Here, let me just get the dimensions, and I will actually doodle the ship on the other map, so it's easier to do. It's 50 by 25. All right. I'm now going to do my job instead of being lazy DM.
That's fine.
I'm all right being lazy.
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. I can do this. this. All right. There's the front of your ship.
Okay.
To scale.
And then the black spot is where?
The black spot is over. Ooh, come on. There we go. Over here.
Over here. Okay. All right.
In fact, I'll unfog to the troop.
Okay.
Why don't we all just try to slap the top of the water with the oars and let them know that we're here?
I could slap. Good at slapping. I bet I could slap louder than you, oarsman.
All right. So Lee's organizing. Everyone's just kind of making a bunch of noise with the boat.
Start your drumming.
Like not bard song drumming, but like let's.
If there's anything bad down there, I think I agree. If it comes up here, it'll get smacked in the head.
Okay. It takes about a minute worth of slapping before something does make its way to the surface.
Awesome. By this point, Ganzorig's in the crow's nest, and mutagens have been drank.
Okay, and I will grab the tokens and drop them on this map.
Cool.
I'm just going to go like this, and I will copy, and I will go like this, and I will paste, and they should all just fit, ish, I guess. And I'll just there. I'll give you a little bit more. The boat's not cut in half. There's a bit of boat back there.
Okay. Oh, Black Duck's not there. He's probably on a lower deck.
Yeah. All right. Let me grab from the lower deck. Yeah, I just took the people on the top deck. Grimsby and Black Dog.
Do you want an initiative?
I don't know that we need an initiative yet.
Okay.
Okay, there's some big old fish that start biting at the paddles.
Big ass gars.
There's big honking fish biting at the paddles.
And they came from the vicinity of the wreck, or they just came from the reef?
You're not 100% certain where they came from. They were definitely in this region, though.
Okay, fish look like animals, so I think Ganzorig is going to use one of his hold animal spells.
Do you want a fish companion?
No, we want dinner.
You ride a fish in the boat.
DC 16 will save. We'll get that one.
Okay. Okay, that fish it bites onto the paddle and then stops moving.
All right, it's getting hooked and brought aboard.
Okay. You basically pull it in. It's going to attempt to not be in this way. All right, it's now you pull it in and then snaps out of it. And it's thrashing about on board the boat.
All right, I think now most attention is put the big ass fish down. Get it!
It is going to bite randomly. So there are many folks near it. It's Black Dog, Van, Random Pirate, Short Stone, Sun Wu, in that order.
What the fuck's Sun Wu doing next to the fish?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh, they did Sun Wu wasn't planning on being where they pulled the fish in, but they just yanked this giant fish in and into the chaos.
Oh, okay.
All right. This big fish is biting at Sunwoo.
It's probably prone.
Sure, it's a fish, but it's not in the water, so
Yeah.
not in the water is effectively prone for a fish.
Okay.
AC 14.
No, Sunwoo without his mage armor and without mutagen has an AC of 16, so he pops it away.
Okay.
Oh, bad fish! Get it!
It basically snapped at Sunwoo. It looked like there was plenty of room for Sunwoo to fit in its stomach.
Don't want to go for a ride in there.
Oh! Use your big sword and cut its head off.
Well, yeah.
Lazy
Once the DM
you-
says I can attack it.
Eventually, you all get your actions against the fish.
Okay. Black Dog is raging mutagen power attacking the fish with his sword. It's not flat-footed, so I don't think I can.
While this is happening, Jan is jumping over the fish and providing a flank.
Okay. AC 20.
If the fish was in the water, you still would have hit it.
20 damage.
There's no sneak attack in there, correct?
Oh, there is because I'm one level of
Okay.
I'm one level of ninja. 23.
23 damage. Okay, you bloody the massive fish.
Okay, Ganzorig will fire a couple of arrows down the crow's nest.
Okay.
What's its AC?
Its prone AC is
Yeah.
20. As it flops around.
Okay, he hits one. He hasn't had a chance to put up his gravity bow yet for 15 damage.
Okay. I think that unconscious is the fish. I think you are now in possession of sashimi. You are now in possession of very fresh, unconscious fish.
Giant gar or something. I think those are pictures of northern pike, but that size
They are
and in the
pictures
ocean.
of northern pike, but hey.
All right, there's two more that are still attacking the oars.
Where I grew up, northern pike were called jackfish. So this would be but yeah, it's a northern pike is the awesome. Yep, there's two other fish attacking the oars. They're fish. They're not terribly bright.
Okay, Lee's gonna go over and shikigami some sushi, some sushimi. Say that 10 times fast.
Shinigami sashimi.
Actually, he'll just use javelins because they're pretty effective. So Lee Hida, no penalty for range. He is power attacking. He's got his mutagen running. He's not. There's no bard song. There's probably +1 from above. Two at 1d20 +11 for a flurry. AC nat 1 and AC 20.
AC, so it's at the surface of the water. The AC 20 hits.
30 would have been, so no critical
No,
miss.
no critical miss.
And Lihida, with his oversized javelins, plus 12. 16 damage to one of the fish.
16 damage. Okay, Karen is pulling out his grappling hook, and he's holding on to the rope part of the grappling hook and handing the hook part to Lihida.
Second attack, then.
Let's go fishing the fun way.
That's right.
Fucking old man with the stick.
It's a ranged attack.
Yep.
He will use one action to enter into Shikigami style. He could also throw anything, but this may increase the damage of the hook if he hits. I'm assuming it's just a ranged attack.
Yep, just a ranged attack. It's a D6 damage hook.
Okay. Second attack of the round would be 11 That's 5 with the hook. AC 19.
Okay, yeah, you hit it. Give me I guess, give me a CMB. Karen is using his actions to basically keep the rope sort of snagged.
Oh, damage first.
Do damage, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the CMB will be really easy if it's unconscious.
17 damage. It's fucking
17 damage. What was the first damage roll? 16. So
16.
It's got like so little fight in it. It is heavily wounded. Give me a CMB roll.
This is for Lee Hida.
This is for Lee Hida. Corinne's actions are just allowing for some of this to happen.
Okay. And the penalty applies, right? This is my 3rd attack in the round.
It's your 2nd attack.
No, he did 1 attack with a...
Sorry, I'm including as part of that attack. It's like grappling
Okay.
instead of it being like.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this is the 2nd.
Yeah, at -5, not -10.
Okay.
Does the grappling hook sink in, or does the grappling hook just bounce off of it like a like you blasted it at one?
Yep. This with all the bonuses is 11 minus 5. 10 on the CMB.
Okay, you've clubbed it with the grappling hook. Karen is wheeling the grappling hook in on his turn. It's like it's back there, ready to throw again.
Yeah, that was Lee whipping 2 javelins and then entering his shikigami and then fucking nailing the fish with the grappling hook.
That's probably not how you're supposed to fish. We need to get back my javelin.
I've ticked off 2 javelins. They're special large javelins. So,
don't let that fish get away. Give me back our spears, fish guns.
Jin will fire his heavy crossbow over the side. He's not as proficient with this type of maneuver. He will aim. +1 from above. AC 19. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, this thing is. If it was 5 feet underwater, it'd be way less dead.
9 damage.
Hey, you have an unconscious fish. It's sort of sitting there. It's like it's not currently biting onto the paddle, but it's sort of just sort of waiting.
Let's fish it in.
Okay. There's crewmen poking at it with paddles, and another one is throwing a net, trying to wheel his fish in. They don't quite get into the boat. They just pull it over. Grimsby and Mulgrimir on the south side. Let's see what Grimsby has for attack spells. How would he make a fish stop? He casts hideous laughter at it. No. Ear-piercing scream. Let me just double check. That's like the attack spell for a bard. Powerful scream. Daze the target for 1 round. It's a sonic effect. Okay, he will scream at the fish. There's like a vibration in the water to see if you can knock the bejesus out of the fish. The fish is going to make a fortitude save. The fish fails his fortitude save. Takes 8 damage and is just sort of stopped moving for a second.
Mulgrimir will take a fight at or a shot at this fish with his masterwork orc hornbow. He's not very rangy with this, but +1 from above. He'll aim. Hits AC 11.
Okay, it just thuds an arrow. Like it hits like a hard part of gill, doesn't get through.
He has a bow. Not very good at it. I think it's because Mulgrimir's Dex 8.
His Dex is 8 because he uses Charisma for his Dex because he's
Charisma for his
nature
AC.
Oracle. Yeah.
Some sort of Oracle. Yeah. Loracle. No, he's a lore Oracle.
He's a lore oracle, but was able to get the power from the nature domain. People are gonna make fun of him because he smells like fish. That's good. That's the penalty, Mulgrim. All right. Okay. Sunwoo didn't get bit. He's the only one I think who hasn't taken an action yet.
Yeah, he will go to the edge and have a look at the fish. He's got a lot of fire spells, so attacking things kind of submerged doesn't seem like the right thing to do. But he does have magic missile.
DC 20 caster level checks suck when you're 4th level.
Yep, we will magic missile the fishy. Oh, try to bite me, will you? Cousin of the guy who tried to bite me. 9 damage.
Okay. All right, you magic missile the fish. All right. This fish spends around dazed. Just kind of wades there. This fish ends up getting, like, bitten and yanked on by another one of these fish that's kind of like trying to pull it down.
They're so angry. They're angry fucking fish.
There's currently a tug of war happening over the fish to the north. This fish is now dead. As it to initiate the tug of war, it just bit him. And just to be fair, there's a chance. There's a tiny chance. No, they did successfully swim up and bite him and initiate basically a grapple, and the tug of war has begun. Okay, the parties go.
Okay, I don't know who you want to go first.
It's dealer's choice.
All right, so Ganzorig up at the crow's nest is going to attack the fish that's being.
That one is underwater, so it does have cover and a little bit
We'll
of
attack
range.
the one near the.
Okay, that one is on the top, just lazily treading there.
Yeah, 1d20 plus 11 with all the bonuses. He will aim on the first one. And I don't think we're point blank range. We're way up in the crow's nest. We didn't put up a lot of our spells. That's fine. AC 26 and AC 21.
Yeah, you shoot the dazed fish.
Okay, so that's 46 plus 6 damage. 17 damage from 2 arrows.
Okay. This fish is barely awake. Like, barely.
Okay, 6-5. We'll hold off. We'll conserve our arrows. Sun Wu will see that the fish is barely awake and cast another magic missile and
You do at least the damage.
do 2d4 plus 2 damage and 6 damage.
Okay, you incapacitate the fish.
Oh, stupid fish! You're gonna be in my belly tonight, assuming you're not poisonous. Is it poisonous? What does it matter? It's dead. Get it in. Bring it in.
Okay,
He's yelling
got
at these dudes to.
a couple crew members on this side run over with their paddles and start fishing it on board. You've got Grok and Potts, as well as these two pirates that are they're pulling at this fish. Are you doing something with this fish? Or are you helping in the tug of war?
I think Jin is going to help with the tug of war because he's good at grappling.
Okay. The pirates are aiding you twice, Jinsher, so you have a +4 to your grapple check there.
Okay. 29 on the grapple check.
Okay. Yeah, you get this fish. 29 also beats the CMD of this fish by more than 5. You basically pulled that fish high enough in the water that it's now no longer got cover, or water penalties.
Okay, that was a standard action. Let's see if he's got any. It's at the surface.
Yeah, you've surfaced that fish because it was too stupid to let go.
And how tall is the boat?
The boat itself at the gunwale
Mm-hmm.
would be 20 feet.
Okay, so I can't reach down even with 10-foot reach. I think we start the. He has a long spear, so he's going to switch his weapons up to the masterwork long spear.
That'll poke it.
Meanwhile, Leahita's got his hand out for the grappling hook.
Yeah,
again.
yeah, the grappling hook is in there.
Shikigami!
And it's gonna huck the grappling hook in a very violent way at the fish. This is fun. Using
Hobby for old men, they said.
You know, we're gonna spend a round of rage
Roar!
just to knock this thing out. All right, Bab rage +1 from above, power attack. Range. Mutagen. Okay. 20 +14. We're not flurrying. AC 22
Yeah, you crack this thing in the face.
for 16 damage with the grappling hook.
Okay. Kook.
And then now we're yanking.
Are you yanking the hook back?
Yep.
No!
Is this a
This is a CMB check on that first attack.
Can we let Karen use an action to hand me the thing, right?
Yep.
Can we let Karen do the CMB?
Sure. Kren will pull.
And then I can aid the CMB?
Sure.
Because I think right now my CMB is 9. Does that make sense? Yes.
Okay.
Kren's is 9.
All right. So I've got dirty trick, and this certainly feels like a dirty trick to me.
Lee's aiding you.
Okay. Yeah, and he's doing
It's
this
28.
as a
I give you a +3 if we're using those.
plus 3. Perfect. All right. Karen is going to. He gave it to you. He didn't have to draw it this round. He's going to aim and dirty trick. So that's a
Like timing his pull.
like wait for it to be in the mouth parts. 36 natural 20. Okay, the two of you time it perfectly. This fish actually gets like yeeted and flopped into the ship. Right, it gets flopped down.
On swamp people, these crazy bastards go around a swamp. They either wait, like they have a trap, which is basically a little grappling hook with some food on it, and then while they're away, the thing eats it, and then they pull on the rope to bring it in. Sometimes they're just using the little grapple, chucking it into the water, and snaring the alligator and then pulling it up to the side. This has such a swamp people feel to what we just did here. They usually don't flip the thing into the boat until it's dead, until they've stuck a bullet.
You ain't got no
ranks
ranks in survival.
Yeah. Flipping this massive fish into the boat.
Okay, I think Mulgrimir is going to swift action 5-foot step, one action switch up his longbow for whatever he hits things with.
His Nodachi.
I think he's a Nodachi. Cool. And he's going to attempt to decapitate the fish. All right, Nodachi. Oh, I forgot Bard song in the natural 20 roll. Doesn't matter.
I forgot Bard song for all my attack rolls. He can swift action his archaeological luck. I don't know if he wants to do that because he's going to be going down into the ship. So
he's going to be. We'll save on that.
Yep.
Master Nodachi +8 against a fish on the ground there. Fish on the ground. Let's see. Does he have power attack yet?
He has power attack. He does not have furious focus. So -2.
All right. 20 +8 -2 +1. He's 19. Doing 1d10 +20. 31 damage. Incapacitating the fish.
Thanks, Ganzorig. It's much better fighting them here on the land than in the water.
Ooh. All right. Now it's safe to go swimming, right?
We want to just tap the paddles a few more times.
People start tapping paddles. Tap, 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 tap. You have successfully. You have. It'd be like 900 pounds of good meat between the 4 pike, including what has been damaged. You might get a little bit more with some good checks, but it's like the easily accessible stuff.
It was a good fight, and we got some food. Cool.
Oh, fresh meat. All right. You tap the paddles a little for another how long?
A minute. Like
Minute?
It took a couple of minutes, so we're just gonna.
A couple of smaller fish sort of make their way to the surface and are like, interacting with like the bits of blood and stuff. You see like a little jellyfish at one point, like one the size of your palm.
Nah, I think that's fine. I think the crew that is gonna go diving. Did Lee get his 1 javelin back?
Yes, the javelin that got stuck into the fish you got back.
And the other one sank.
Your javelin's made of wood, right?
I guess they would be metal tipped with wood.
So they float. It's seawater, so they definitely
Oh, okay.
float.
So yeah, Jinshu will go into the water and go fetch his javelin for him.
Okay. Just because I'm a DM, I'm going to roll the percentile for Ginger going in the water. 96. Okay. He goes in the water, grabs
The
javelin.
sharks! You're all just waiting.
The sharks with laser beams on them.
Right. He just tosses the thing back up, and he's like buoyant in the water, looking to see who's coming with him.
All right.
There doesn't seem to be a lot of people like really in a hurry to go into the
Go
water.
jump underwater. All right. What I'd like to do is for us to hit pause here.
Well, it makes sense given that fucking water world boy.
Waterworld is going to be like commando raiding this place.
Right. The rest of us are like, we didn't
Who
even know we
are
were
we
going to be on a boat, let alone have the right spells or powers or skills or like.
Who's forcing us to go and spelunking?
Who's got the best swim, just in general?
So, not including the swim speed people, or
yeah, not including this. So, Lee's got a 12 to his swim. His fighting style, like you could poke things with a javelin, right? You could use it as a
they're piercing, and it's -4 to hit when you use it to stab somebody. Karen bashes things with Karen does bludgeoning damage. He might have a knife. He might cut you, make you bleed.
Yeah. All of Ganzorig, half of Ganzorig's feats are fucking mounted feats. The other half are ranged feats. So, no.
What we do is we turn the boat into an animated horse.
Right, I'm riding the boat.
I'm riding the boat.
Sun Wu has fire spells and bombs. He doesn't know how to swim. He ain't going in the water. He just needs to survive until he has fly. Yeah. Black Dog can swim. I don't know if he would. He's got a +9.
So Karen has a +9, and he does have a dagger.
The backup swimmers are these. Are the 3 strength 20+ guys?
Yes, exactly. Like Karen in fighting mode would have like a +12 to swim.
Mm-hmm.
But the +9s are nice because you automatically don't drown.
It feels like at the beginning of next game we're going to buff these 5 guys, send these 3 out in the raft, and send these 2 down to go into the El Pez.
Yep.
Which having Mark here for is
It's relevant considering it's like, hey, the second lieutenant in command of this boat here, who he did give us our stuff, so we do kind of like him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna remind us that we're gonna raft these guys.
On a raft.
give them some grappling hooks and ropes and things to, work. Yeah. And then the rest are gonna play Buff and Overwatch. Awesome. We need a name for tonight's game. As is tradition, we name our games after we play. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen, especially when I'm not the DM. Two men in a dinghy.
Two men in a dinghy. I was thinking like a chest full of yak. Like it was. But you spell yak like it's a
Yeah. So what happened tonight? We got our weapons finally.
Yep.
Black Dog swung his sword, although not at. Oh, he killed the fish.
He killed the fish.
Killed the fish.
Fishing. You met Pablo and his son Van. You did kind of make friends with the captain.
If this plot line's important, we could call it Flotsam.
They were Flotsam. It definitely could be called. It definitely could be called Flotsam.
Give me a second. Jetsam's the one where you unwanted material goods that have been thrown overboard from a ship and washed ashore. Flotsam
is the wreckage of a ship or its cargo found floating or washed up at sea.
Yeah, so it's like Flotsam, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be called Flotsam.
Because I suspect that there's... This feels like a plot.
The great darkness artifact thing.
Right, it feels like...
Hey, darkness artifact
that the captain really liked. It must be because it's valuable.
It's going to be valuable, right? Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Failing your knowledge checks at the wrong time. Artifacts are fun.
Artifacts are fun. My captain really liked his artifact. He was covetous of it.
Cool. I'm looking forward to figuring out what's down there. Those fish would have been so much of a different problem in the water.
Oh, it's the swallow holding fish with like the ambush trait. It's like, oh, they
were so big and angry that attacking the boat was a good idea.
It's like they attack the movement as the int one beings they are. They're not used to finding things that are bigger and scarier than them.
No, that's good. We're effectively low level adventurers. We're going to be very cautious.
You're treating the risks of getting out of the boat with all due reverence, because it was really interesting because I looked at something like, here's the automated at-sea encounter tables. Which ones can we use? And the answer is piss all. Because the encounters are like, oh, you get ambushed by 3 black dragons or a sea wyvern. The Kraken shows up. It's like, no, this isn't the right kind of encounter.
Right. We need the baby shallow seas. We need the shallow end.
The shallow end.
Where the kids play a little bit.
Oh. The dead pirate fill in the blank shows up. Storms.
Yeah. Thanks, random table. It's going to take me a whole evening to prepare the encounter.
One of them was an elven lord's like caravel and like.
Are you using the random ship generator that I found for you and
It's probably the same one. I was using a different.
Okay.
I was using I found an article with like some stuff that I was looking at, going, these are fun, and then I read a bunch, and then I was like, I just ended up having an idea and made my own. You know what I mean? Like it's because I was like, what would be a good sort of intro adventure, right?
Yep.
And the fact that I'm watching The Expanse, like, found a person floating in space. Found a person floating in the ocean.
I swear I created a table for you, stuck it on our OneNote, and then gave you the link, but I don't remember writing the link down.
I think you did. I think it's in the DM only area. And It's because there's a. Or did you might have sent it over Discord?
Yeah, I probably did it over Discord. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'll refind it again because I went through their list of 100 ships.
So
Took
I
a-
found a list of I found a list of 200 and a list of 100 and then another list of 100, and I don't know if this was, I don't know how much, they're all very samey if you take a look at them,
Yeah.
and all of them need a lot of work because they're like, the encounter is like two different pirate fleets are at conflict.
You can spend
Okay.
a whole fucking weekend working on that setup.
That's a whole campaign, right? Like there's two warring factions. That could be like you ignore it and you sail by.
Well, unless Black Dog goes running in there, he'll be fucking KO'd within 3 rounds.
Pick a side, Blink!
Fucking dead. No, I think this boat is going to be very effective. We seem to be able to, with a big group like that.
Yep.
And once the peon fucking pirates start dying out, we're going to have a rule. Only heroes. So that 16 of us can form a heroic troop.
we do a test.
Right.
We check that your ability scores are all up to snuff. You must be smart, or fast, or tough, or strong,
charismatic, or something. No, this would be good. Learning the ropes underneath a captain that is actually making the sailor checks. That's a bit more easy to swallow than if it was a captain like making us take all the risk.
Yeah, no, he's not sitting in his cabin going, "Yeah, we're at sea. Don't fucking sink the ship," and then putzing off.
Yeah,
It's like no.
There would be much more room for mutiny. At this point in time, he hasn't done anything yet that is against certain characters' morals. Other ones don't care as much. Like, it might be different if we were near land. There'd be a bunch of swimmers.
Well, and this might be part of the reason why they were, while escape or mutiny might have been an easy decision, they waited till that wasn't like, for people to weigh their options, right? They did while you were driving or sailing through the island chains.
And if you talk about the characters that the players are in charge of, there's not enough sailors for us to actually pilot the boat to go anywhere. You'd be like, we killed them all, and our boat's adrift, and we die at sea.
Oh, we're really hungry for the next adventure because we've been out here for 60 days.
We're just waiting for encounters so that we can be picked up by another boat.
And the sea is an unforgiving bitch. I was doing some reading on like current patterns, and there's places where it's like you eventually need to go somewhere, right? And the answer is no.
Do you have a sense of where in the shackles we are?
Yes.
Like, okay, all right, but we don't know because we're not. Really...
You don't know. Yeah, you're just in general. You like Ganzorig, and Sunwoo would know that you are currently heading eastward.
Okay.
So you're part of the way across the big ocean there.
Okay, the one in the center we're heading towards the shackles.
You're heading towards the shackles.
Okay.
And the ship that's coming towards you now is coming from the shackles.
Interesting. Neat.
Don't worry, you'll get the artifact on the way. Nothing bad will happen. Everybody will be super wealthy, and no story happened. It'll be amazing.
We could also go nope and drop it into the sea.
You creepy thingo.
Horrible alien artifact. Oh yeah, the cannibal elves like this thing. Good stuff. All right, good place to leave it for those watching on YouTube, which is where this video will eventually appear. Thanks for your support. For those hanging out in the channel with us tonight, it's good seeing you folks here. And as always, we hope you enjoyed this as much as we do. Peace. Have a good night.
GG.
GG.